Welcome to Core Java in-depth tutorial. So now we are going to see one of the important OOPS concept, namely inheritance. So what is an inheritance? So inheritance is deriving a new class from the existing class. So with the help of inheritance, methods and variables of one class can be easily reused in another class. So here the already existing class, that is the namely base class or parent class, is known as superclass in Java, whereas the new derived class or the child class is known as a subclass. So what is the advantage of using this inheritance? Reusability. Yes. So the methods and variables inside one class can be simply reused in another class. So no need to redefine it. So what are all the types of inheritance available in Java? So like C++, in Java also there are 5 inheritance, namely single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance and hybrid inheritance. So based on the number of superclasses and subclasses, we can classify the types of inheritance. So the first is single inheritance. So what do you mean by single? So the name itself indicates, so there is one superclass and one subclass. So deriving a subclass from an existing superclass. So that is single inheritance. So see this example. So here fruit is a superclass. So from this fruit class we are inheriting a subclass, namely apple. So here one superclass and only one subclass. So this type of inheritance is known as single inheritance. Yes, so the second is multiple. So multiple means what? More than one. So here more than one superclasses. So see this example. So here son is a subclass. So for this child class there are two superclasses. Namely father is one superclass whereas mother is another superclass. So here more than one superclass. So this type of inheritance is known as multiple inheritance. However, Java does not support the concept of multiple inheritance. Anyhow, we can do this multiple inheritance with the help of interfaces. So by implementing these interfaces, we can achieve multiple inheritance also. So next is hierarchical. So hierarchical is opposite to multiple. So in multiple, more than one superclasses, whereas in case of hierarchical, more than one subclasses. So see this example. So mobile OS. So this is a superclass. So for this superclass, we are inheriting 3 subclasses, namely Android, iOS and BlackBerry. So these are all the 3 subclasses inherited from this mobile OS superclass. So this is an example for hierarchical inheritance. So the next is multi-level. So what do you mean by multi-level inheritance? So here deriving a subclass from an existing subclass. Okay. So see this example. So initially we are inheriting a parent class from this grandparent class. Again from this parent we are inheriting one more subclass. So that is child class. So here there are 2 levels. So that is inheriting parent class from grandparent. So this is one level. So whereas inheriting a child class from this parent class. So this is another level. So this is multi-level inheritance. So the last is hybrid inheritance. So what do you mean by hybrid inheritance? So combination of all types of inheritance. So see this example. So initially there is a superclass, namely student. So from student we are inheriting test subclass. Again from this test subclass we are inheriting result subclass. So this is multi-level. So whereas for this result there are two superclasses, namely test class and attendance class. So this is multiple inheritance. So here we are combining both multi-level and multiple inheritance. So this is an example for hybrid inheritance. So now we are going to write a Java program to implement a single inheritance. So see here. So here shape is a superclass. So from this superclass we are inheriting a subclass, namely rectangle. So in this shape class there are two variables, namely L, B. So that is length and breadth. Whereas in this rectangle, so by inheritance this L and B will be automatically inherited. In addition to this we are defining one more variable, so that is area, and another thing is we are having an user defined method, namely find area. So see this example. So initially we are defining this shape class. So class followed by class name. So class name is shape here. So this is the super class. So list of braces. So inside the shape class we are defining two variables, namely L, B of the type integer. So inside shape we are simply defining two integer variables for storing length and breadth, right? So now we are going to do inheritance. So how to do inheritance in Java? So initially class keyword, then followed by subclass name. So here the subclass name is rectangle. So now the keyword is extends. Okay. So what about the superclass name? Shape. Okay. So inside this subclass we are defining two things. One is a member variable, so which is nothing but A, so which is going to store area of the rectangle, and another is a public method. So method is a function in C and C++. Here the function name or method name is find area. So by conventional all the class names must start with a capital letter, like shape S, and in rectangle capital R. So in case of method the first letter should be in small, whereas if it is two word the middle letter should be in caps. So find area is a user defined method, so which returns what? Yes, an integer value. By simply multiplying length and breadth we can calculate the area. Then finally we are returning the area value. So whenever there is a return type for a method, the last statement should be what? A return statement. Okay. So next, whatever be the inheritance, only the subclass, so that is the newly derived class, should contain the main method. So where to define the main method? Whether inside the superclass or inside the subclass? Yes, so definitely inside the subclass. Now what is subclass in this code? Yes, rectangle. So now inside this rectangle we are going to define our main method as usual. Public static void main. So for this main, array of string or arguments can be passed. So next we are going to create an object for which class? Subclass. Okay, so what is subclass here? rectangle. So for this rectangle we are creating an object, namely rectangle R equal to new rectangle. So what is rectangle here? Yes, this is a default constructor. So how to create an object in Java? Class name followed by object name equal to new followed by default constructor name. So next we are assigning values for length and breadth. So how can you invoke L and B? So with the help of R dot L, R dot B. So by giving object name dot variable name. So note it down, these L and B are the members of which class? Shape. But the object of rectangle can be used to invoke the variables of shape. How is it possible? Only with the help of inheritance. So whenever I am inheriting extends shape, what will happen? Now L and B are also become the members of this rectangle. So that is the reason with the help of rectangle object we can invoke the members of superclass, that is shape class here. So R dot L equal to 10. You can assign any integer value, not only 10. Then we are assigning value for breadth. Then finally we are invoking the find area method with the help of this object R. So area of the rectangle is, object name is R dot find area. So this is the simple code to implement a single inheritance in Java. So see this output. As usual we are compiling this Java code with the help of Java C compiler. So after the compilation what will happen? It creates two classes, namely shape.class, rectangle.class. So two classes will be generated by this Java C compiler. Anyhow, we are going to interpret the subclass. So what is the subclass here? Rectangle. Yes. So Java space rectangle. Now the area of the rectangle is L into B. So the value 200 will be displayed here. So now we reached the end of session. So there are three things, namely JRE, JNI and JIT. So Google it and try to find the answer.